Hey, folks. Today I want to talk about the COVID vaccine that we're being sold and what it's going to get us. I want to put a special thanks out there to Cody Holler on the Angry Albertan Facebook page for giving me this idea. And so let's talk about that. What is the COVID vaccine going to get you? It's important to know what you're getting when someone is trying to sell something to you, especially when someone is trying so hard. And boy, has the media and the government been selling the vaccine hard. You see it every single day on mainstream media. There is some article about it. And the social media pages are doing a wonderful job of trying to cover up some of the side effects and some of the negative publicity that the vaccines are bringing. Of course, they still get out if you actually look, so they can't censor everyone apparently, but that doesn't stop them from trying. So let's get to some of these questions. So let's ask the question: if we get the vaccine, can we stop wearing masks? The answer to that from the government is no, you will not be able to stop wearing masks. Can we reopen restaurants, bars, like normally, like we used to have, and go back to the old way of doing things? The answer is no. Will you be resistant to COVID? Maybe. We don't know enough about this whole vaccine and everything yet. It will probably stop us from getting it, but we can't be certain. At least we won't be contagious anymore, though, right? The answer is no to that as well. You'll still be able to be a carrier and pass it on to people. But again, not enough information out there to really know. So a lot of no answers here. If kids get vaccinated, can they go back to school as normal and resume normal schooling? You guessed it. No. Can we stop social distancing? No. Can we stop with the hand sanitizer nonsense? Again, no. Can we go back to actually having physical contact and, giving people a hug and, getting within 6 feet of them? Again, no. Will stadiums, theaters, and all those, wonderful businesses that we took for granted before, will they be able to reopen? Again, no. Will vaccinated people be able to gather in large groups again, have house parties and things like that, have people over? No. So what's the real benefit of vaccination? Well, apparently we're told that the virus won't be able to kill us. But are they sure? Well, no, they're not sure. So statistically, if our vaccine won't likely kill most of us anyway, most of us healthy folks, why would we get vaccinated? Well, it's apparently to protect others. But we're told that if we get vaccinated, they're not sure that there isn't a chance of infecting somebody else because, of course, we can still carry it. So, are we 100% sure that we'll be protecting people? No. So, to recap, getting the COVID vaccine doesn't give you immunity, doesn't eliminate the virus, doesn't prevent death, doesn't guarantee you won't get it, doesn't prevent you from getting it, doesn't guarantee others won't get it. Won't stop you from passing it on. Won't give us, won't get rid of the travel bans. Won't get rid of business closures and lockdowns and masking and all of the things that we used to have, all of the freedoms that we used to have. Amazing. These are all freedoms that we used to have that are being trampled on. And now, apparently, because of COVID, we're not entitled to those freedoms anymore. But get the vaccine. But for what exactly? Because it doesn't seem to do anything for us. It doesn't give back any freedoms. And it won't actually, apparently, help anyone. So what is it actually doing other than restricting our freedoms? Well, apparently herd immunity takes about 75% of the population to get vaccines, to get this magical herd immunity. So not sure if that's going to happen with all the side effects that are being reported by people and all the changing stories that happens. Just like with the Pfizer vaccine, apparently it was not safe for pregnant women or people expecting to be pregnant to take it. But somehow magically that has changed when pregnant women started standing up and saying, well, we're not taking it. And then women that weren't sure of it used that as an excuse. I can only assume that's the whole reason, because people were not taking it. For those that still somehow trust the government organizations, let me point out two things on the pro and anti-lockdown side of things. These guys are supposed to be the experts, right? So on the pro side of lockdown, I'll talk about both sides. On the pro side of lockdown, the pro-lockdown, pro-vaccine, pro-mask, pro-tyranny, these morons can't even get their stories or policies straight. They've flip-flopped a million times since this whole thing started. They can't give you any straight answers. They say, trust the WHO, even though we were dead set against it. Trust the WHO. Then they go against the WHO when it doesn't suit the narrative from the WHO, doesn't suit their purposes. These idiots can't even decide whose advice they should listen to. But stay at home and trust us, even though the WHO now is saying, don't have people locked down. Lockdowns and masks don't work. Yet the WHO, when this all started, was the source for everything. The most trusted source. But now they're not? Well, of course, it doesn't support their narrative. On the other side of the fence, the scientists, physicians, and healthcare workers that have been on the anti-lockdown side of things, bringing us information and some of the statistics that show that, well, what side have they been on? What have they been really consistent with their message? Lockdowns don't work. Masks are ineffective. Vaccines will not be the saving grace and are not 100%, as they never are with any vaccine. We should protect the vulnerable. Yes, of course. And that the current plans of all these lockdowns seem to be worse than the disease. Now, again, folks, I'm no real expert, but I know where my opinion is. I know where I stand on all of this. So, what do you get for the vaccines in the end? Seemingly nothing. Have a great day, folks, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to leave some comments below here. I'd love to hear from you guys.